Good morning, good afternoon, good night. It's your girl Deja here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have something special going on. Today I invited a few friends over because the weather is nice and I have a beautiful rooftop. So I decided to buy a little grill, and now I'm gonna do some grilling stuff, you know? So I bought a grill and then I bought me some protein, and I thought let's have a little cookout because I could say it's spring because the weather's a little crazy, but it's spring. So I have some ground lambs for some lamb sliders. I have some shrimp for some grilled shrimp spring rolls. And then I have some salmon that I'm just gonna cube up and make salmon kebabs. Yes, salmon kebabs. Pray with me, because you know when it comes to salmon, it can easily tear, easily get overcooked, and it's just delicate. So we're gonna have to be extra careful with that one. But let's get to it. I'm very excited. I have my friends coming over later tonight, so we have to get to going. So let's go. The first thing we're gonna do is the lamb burgers. So I just have 3 pounds of ground lamb, which was so hard to find, but I got it. So 3 pounds of ground lamb, and then I'm just gonna add only like 4 ingredients to this. I have some chopped up garlic and onion, like a quarter of an onion, 4 cloves of garlic, and just like a pinch, a little, well, that's not a pinch, it's more than a pinch. A little over a pinch of mint to give it that fresh flavor. Mint is strong, so try not to go all the way with it. And I'm just gonna add salt and pepper. That is all I'm adding to this. The meat is already soft and tender, so I don't want to add too much. I don't want to overwork it too much. I just want to keep it just as simple as it can be because I love the taste of lamb. So add some pepper. Don't be stingy with the pepper. I do like a lot of pepper in my burgers, or any meat thing. I like a lot of pepper. So I have some salt. Logan. Sorry, my dog is over here trying to get in the trash. So, this is what it looks like, and I'm just gonna give it a mix up. Don't wanna do too much. You just kinda wanna like squeeze it in there. Once it's fully combined, you don't wanna mix it no more. Then we're gonna get straight into the mold. Cause I wanna get these in the refrigerator so they can chill and be ready for the grill. Such. As such. Boom. And this is what it should look like when it's all mixed. You don't want to over mix it, so I'm just gonna stop right there. Now that we're ready to, so I'm ready to start molding the burgers. I have my sheet pan with some foil to keep it from, well, honestly, just for easy cleanup because I don't feel like doing all that. But for measurement size, depending on the size of the hamburger buns you have, I will go like just a tad bit bigger because when you cook it, it do shrink up. So I'm gonna use this scoop because this is just about the right size that I need. So this will make sure that I got the same size burger. As such, do your best to make it perfect. And also when you put it down, give it another press. And I do the whole in the center thing, so when I put it on the grill, it don't create that big bubble on top and look like a ball. So I do the indent, and I do it now because I know when I put it on the grill, I'm not gonna be thinking about it. So I do it now. So I'm gonna continue. here's the finished project of all the lamb burgers. I'm just gonna pop these in the refrigerator to chill. And once the grill is ready tonight, then I will pop these bad boys on. Don't they look so pretty? Like, you can smell the mint and the herbs straight through the burgers. Now it's time for the, So now it's time for the salmon. I'm just gonna cut them in perfect cubes. I'm gonna put like 2-3 pieces on each skewer. They're gonna be like mini skewers, like a little appetizer. So I don't wanna make it too thick, but I don't wanna make it too thin where it overcooks. So probably as such. And that will be like for one skewer. So same thing. Just keep going, make sure I get the same size. And since we have some fatty pieces, I'm gonna mix and match like some fatty pieces with some regular pieces to give it like a little balance of flavor and texture. And these are the skewers, 6 skewers. Perfect. So I'll put this in a bowl because I want to marinate it a bit before I put it on the skewers. I'm not putting much in this one either, just a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt, literally a little bit, because I'm also using soy sauce to give it some type of moisture. Pepper. Cumin, because I love cumin. Just a little bit though. Like literally a little bit. And then I have some chili powder. Don't be scared. And then some soy sauce just for a little bit extra saltiness and also the wetness to make sure that the seasonings stick to the salmon. So now I'm just gonna take my handy gloves and I'm just gonna slowly move that around. And this is it for the salmon. And I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator as well to let this marinate for about 30 minutes. Really simple, really easy, and a little fancy. Shish kebab. Now for the shrimp, being that they're going in a spring roll, I don't want nothing too potent on the flavor wise. And I'm also making pickled veggies, which also should be like a starlight dish. So for this, I'm just gonna take the tails off and marinate them in some Italian seasoning and garlic powder. Really simple, nothing that's gonna overpower anything, so that when I grill it and I put it in a spring roll, it has a kick of seasoning, but also you'll allow to taste all the other flavors in the spring roll. So let's start, taking the tail off. And if you don't know, if you squeeze the tail right here, most likely you could get the whole thing out. So just squeeze this part of the tail. If you do it in pulses, you can also get it out as well. But if you squeeze that part, you most likely could get the whole tail out and you don't have to worry about all the rips and tears and wastage of money. Okay, now all the tails are off. They're already deveined, so I don't have to worry about that. So now we're just gonna get straight into the seasoning. I'm gonna take one of these off because I don't want salmon on that on everything. So we have, okay, I'm gonna open this whole thing. So we have some Italian seasoning, like that, garlic, and just a tad, ooh, that's not a tad bit of salt, sorry. It's a lot came out in my hand that time. Tad bit of salt. Now I'm just gonna, real gentle, because I don't wanna rip the shrimp. I'm just gonna mix that up. So now, as you thought, this is about to sit in the refrigerator. And while all these are sitting in the refrigerator, marinating and getting ready for the grill, I'm gonna start doing the condiments that come with it. As for the condiments for the spring roll, the condiments for the skewers, just cutting the lemons, and the condiments for the lamb burger. And I'm also doing a nice special corn succotash, which I am obsessed with right now. And that's gonna be a lovely side dish to go along with the main meals. So let's get to it. Okay, I'm back. I had to go to the grocery store to get the rest of the stuff, and to my surprise, actually not to my surprise, they did not have lemons. They only had, I didn't even look, but I think they only had the juice lemon, like Catena, and I don't like those. I just don't feel like they taste like actual lemon juice. So instead of lemon, I'm gonna be using limes. I would say it's the same, but it's not, but it should give us the same end result, and that is the most important thing. So right now we're just gonna do the tzatziki sauce that I'm going to be putting on the lamb burger. So tzatziki sauce is just a Greek yogurt based sauce. I have garlic, dill, salt and pepper, and I'm gonna add some lime juice. That's it. It's gonna be real simple, real easy, and real delicious. Get started on this tzatziki. Oh, and I also forgot to say that I'm also putting a little bit of grated cucumbers in my tzatziki sauce. So I'm just gonna put this much in there. I'm not gonna really use that much. So I have a little handy dandy grater. I'm just gonna get busy. I should have did this inside the bowl, but I just thought about that. And yeah, so I'm just gonna pick it up in all its liquid. Try wipe this up a bit. Okay. And that is all I need. Take the excess off. Like that. And now I'm gonna add half of this Greek yogurt to tip. Well, this is not Greek yogurt. I got regular yogurt, but Greek yogurt is better used for this. But they wanted too much money for their Greek yogurt, so this will work perfectly fine. I'm going to start the grill and let the fire start building. I bought me some wood chips so I could put some extra flavor into the food. So I definitely can't wait to do that. So that's about 2 cups, which is half of a 32-ounce container, 16 ounces, you know. Got my garlic, add that in there. My dill, let's scoop that up. And now I'm just gonna, try not to knock a lot of stuff over. I don't know where my juicer is, so I'm gonna just use my hand. You can use like the tongue method, but my hand is fine. Pieces of wood. Okay. Now I'm just gonna add some salt and pepper. Salt, pepper. I'm gonna give this a nice mix. All right, give it a little taste. Tastes good, but it needs more lime juice, a little more salt and pepper. And you can taste the fresh garlic, but I'm gonna put a little bit of powdered garlic inside. What am I doing? I'm sorry, I'm losing stuff. A little more lime. Oh my God. I hate when I do this. You know what? I'm just like the worst person ever. And the thing about limes is that, first off, these were so small. I don't know what's up with my grocery store, but they are horrible. Try to get whatever you can get out of what you got, because these are all like horrid. Oh my god, they're horrid. I really wish I had lemon juice, but this will do just fine. Right, another taste test. Perfect. I don't think I put more pepper in it, but perfect. So now that we got the tzatziki sauce done, I'm gonna start the pickled veg for the spring rolls. I have carrots, cucumbers. I'm gonna put some red onions and cilantro that I'm gonna add together into the pickling liquid. So when I put them on top of the spring roll, it gives it a little kick and acidity and all that good. I'm not gonna peel it because I am cutting. I'm trying to make nice sticks, so I'm just gonna cut it as such. Okay. Cut off. So, right. I'm just gonna cut it into like little matchsticks. As such. And now I'm just gonna cut it into sticks. Just as such. And this is what I'm gonna use for the spring rolls. I'm only putting a couple of pieces in each spring roll, so it don't have to be a lot. Good. But for the cucumber, use a big one so you can really see. Take out the insides. These are my little matchsticks right here. They don't gotta be perfect. They just have to be nice and thin, so it do not break the spring roll wraps when you put them in. So for the little pickling liquid, it's equal parts sugar and rice wine vinegar. So I'm gonna do, let's say, half a cup of sugar and rice wine vinegar. So half a cup of sugar, half a cup of rice wine vin. Mix that up. And then you just mix it, let the sugar start to dissolve a bit. Okay. Now we're gonna add some soy sauce. That's it. Some sriracha. Salt. Oh, salt. together. So this is it for the vinaigrette. Now I'm gonna get the rest of the stuff ready. So I'm gonna add the cucumbers, the carrots. Also have a red onion and put inside. So half. I have some cilantro, rip some off the head, and give it a nice chop. It don't have to be as thin or coarse. It's a rough chop. Pop that in there. And now just let all this marinate. So now I'm just gonna let this sit in here. Okay, so now that I have all the stuff ready, now it's time to get the grill ready. This is my little table grill that I bought. I have some wood chips, my little coal fire starter, some coal, you know, and the cubes to light the fire. So this is my first time starting to grill this way. So this is gonna be some fun. So let's just get into it, okay? Everything goes well. It's so windy. I don't need that much coil. That should be fine. So I'm gonna start the coil first. When it comes to the wood chips, once the coil is hot in the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna lay it out on one side of the grill so I can have a resting side as well. And then I'm gonna put the wood chips. Oh, it's so windy out here. I just caught you. Then I'm gonna put the wood chips on top. Oh, this weather is so crazy. But yes, that's what's gonna happen. Close the bottom. So windy out here. And be back in about 15. Okay, so now that I have the charcoal going, I have my vermicelli rice for my spring rolls and steeping in some hot water for like a couple of minutes until it gets soft, which should be in another couple of minutes. I have my skewers soaking in some water. My shrimp, I'm letting get to room temperature before I grill them. So I'm gonna have to grill them and then let them cool before I start the shrimp rolls. As for the vermicelli rice, once I take it out this boiling hot water, I'm gonna have to let that cool. So while that's going, I'm gonna start assembling the salmon kebabs. So let's get into that. I already cut my little rings pretty thick so that when it's cooking, it can like disperse some flavors into the kebabs. I'm gonna cut these in half. Well, the big ones in half. As such, and don't forget to put a fatty one in between for the mixed textures. Here go one kebab. Salmon kebabs are finished. Now I'm just gonna sit this back in the refrigerator and I'm going to wait until my friends come, and then we're gonna start cooking. So the coils is ready, so we can start grilling our shrimp. And also I'm gonna roast this pepper for our corn succotash. So we're gonna do that as well. For you for the wood chips, I'm gonna try to open it, damn, without nothing flying. It's so windy, everything is like flying over. So open the wood chips. This should be fine. I usually get them smaller, but this is fine. I'm gonna sit it right on top of the heat. Sit it right on top of the heat. And then I'm gonna close it. I'll close it, and then I'm gonna have the air come from the bottom. So I have the heat, I have the air coming from the bottom. And that's gonna start smoking that. And I'm going to actually put this back so that I can start getting hot. So now that I got all that on, the wood chip is gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes to really start smoking. So once that starts smoking, I'm gonna get my shrimp on. I got my shrimp, my tongs, and I also bought foil because I know my shrimp is small. So I might have to put foil on the grill for it to like not, you know, fall through. Okay, so now I'm just about to see how these look. They look good. They're not really charred, but they got more of the smoky flavor. So I'm just gonna turn them around for another minute or so and let the other side get a little more cooked. And then I'm gonna just do the other set. I'm gonna let the thing heat back up, and then I'm gonna do the other set of shrimps. And just turn my pepper. with the shrimps, I'm going to put a little bit more charcoal and let it get really hot so I can have direct heat for the rest of the stuff. The shrimp and the burgers, I want direct heat so it can get really crispy on the edges and really nice and medium on the inside. So after the shrimp come off, I'm going to put it in the fridge. I'm going to let it cool down, and then I'm going to get ready to make the spring rolls while the other charcoal is heating up so I can get ready for the burgers and the salmons. So let's get to it. Okay, got the other half of the shrimp on. Still got some smoke going. So I'm just gonna close this and let that go. Okay, so now that we have some of the shrimp ready, I'm getting ready to start making our spring rolls. I have some rice paper. That's what I'm gonna say. I have some rice paper. I have warm water. I have my veg, and then I have my rice noodles. Okay, so now we're gonna have that, and I also have some avocados that I'm also gonna put in there as well. So let's get started on these spring rolls because I am so excited. Okay, put on my handy dandy gloves. So we have to start with soaking the rice paper into the warm water so it can get pliable. Kind of straighten it out as such, and that should be almost. And then you get this, so you just put that out on your board, stretch it out, be gentle. It has some tolerance, but it's still a little thin. Okay, I'm gonna start with the rice, and I'm gonna dip it into the liquid. This flavor is good, so dip that into the pickling liquid. Sorry about my dogs not caring about what I'm doing. Get a little bit of each veg in the onion and break down the onion so you can get a little bit of each bite. Avocado, a couple pieces of avo, maybe a little another piece. Another piece of avo. And now for the shrimp, I'm going to cut them in half so it could be more of a flat surface. So as such, as such. Now, I'm gonna do the whole burrito thing, the sides. The insides. He's gonna pull and roll. Pull and roll. Pull and roll. Pull and roll. And this is our spring roll. Now I'm just gonna continue to do that until I get all of them. So now I'm starting the fire for the burgers and the sliders. Also have to finish roasting off this pepper. But when it comes to the corn succotash, I might just make it on the grill. I'm still debating on what I want to do. Okay, So far we got the spring rolls, we got the burgers, and we got the shrimp skewers already done. We just need to cook it, and I'm not cooking them until my friends get here because I like it as fresh as possible, but I will record me cooking it and them eating it as well. But once this fire starts, I'm gonna grill off my pepper, and then I'm going to cook the corn succotash, which is the corn and everything is already canned. I'm just putting in a container with salt and pepper. This roasted pepper and the corn and the smoke of the grill is what gives it the actual flavor, but the ingredients is simple as, it's just simple, okay? So I'm gonna let this go for the next 15 minutes. I already got everything ready. I have my friends coming over, so I'm just gonna get ready, switch to like auto mode. I'm gonna play some music in the background because I don't want no copyright, but I will record me making the corn succotash and me grilling the food and my friends eating it. So please enjoy it. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my social medias. I will put them at the bottom. Please, 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 please turn your post notifications on so next time I post, you will be the first to know. And yeah, let's start grilling. Like, come on. Bye.